Hello, and welcome to 6247 Magnolia, here in St. Louis, Missouri. So, I'd shown one of these other houses down here, which is a converted duplex built in the late 20s. This house, although it's right next to those three that were all built at the same time, was built earlier. This was built in 1902. And it has many of the architectural traits that you'd remember from the video of Vernon and some of the other properties that I've shown that are from that turn of the century era, right around the time of the World's Fair. It's a typical American four-square, although we build them in brick here in St. Louis instead of frame like they do everywhere else. And it's over 3 floors, which is very much the style of the time. About 2,000 square feet. Do have a nice front porch, and I like the way that it lines up with the front porches going into the other properties, so that you have almost a full through effect for the next 3 houses down. Coming inside, you can see many of the layout here has remained pretty much as standard as it would have been designed. We have the front foyer, which would have been like that, with a pocket door, going into the living room. Have a fireplace, which is non-functional, and likely was always non-functional. There may have been a coal fire in there at one point, but these were rarely used, as this is right when central heating became commonplace in households. Now, the one thing that's been done differently is the kitchen and dining layout. These houses originally would have had another pocket door here that would have led into a very large dining room, and then they would have had a smaller kitchen. Now, the way we live today, we like having a larger kitchen. 42-inch cabinets, again with plate cabinets above as well. Stone countertops. Contrasting island. Very good size too, with a space for under a counter microwave. Those are really nice. Much better than having it above the stove, where the heat from your cooking can cook the microwave. They tend to go out a little bit more frequently that way. So I have a really good sized kitchen here, and then a flexible space for the formal dining room. Because in today's life, we don't use the formal dining room nearly as much as we use the breakfast bar in the kitchen. Coming outside, this house is on a double lot. And I'm going to hazard a guess that's the original way that it was designed, because of the age of this house next to it. The space isn't quite big enough to have another house, so I'm thinking this always was a double lot like this. Small garage at the back, but very good size yard here for the city. Coming back inside, little shaded porch here. We have a powder room off here. This was likely added later. I would imagine it was initially a closet, coat closet or something. It was not common to have a bathroom on this level in most homes. And as we come up the stairs, have the main bathroom here. Nice 2x4 tile. I always think that looks nice in a bathroom, and fewer seams to lead to water leaks as well. Then we have bedroom 3, currently used as an office. Nice, looks like wood flooring throughout. Second bedroom here, which is good size. And then we do have a second floor laundry. And we have the primary bedroom here. Again, same flooring as throughout this level. Really good sized room. Closet. Nice bathroom here. And luxury 2-person shower. Or 1 person, you can just hog all the water for yourself. I like the way they did the archway on this. Here we have the vanity. Washlet. And then we do have a 3rd floor. And this is presently set up as one large room, very, very large room. Again, could be used as a bedroom or as a family room. But very nicely proportioned. And coming back downstairs, we have a full basement. Now, the basement is built very similarly to the homes next door in the 20s. Foundation technology didn't change hugely over that period of time. They still used, at least in St. Louis, primarily stone foundations. And the one thing that was different was the main beam. So you can see this uses a gigantic, heavy timber beam. And as trees started to get depleted that were big enough to make these giant beams, they moved to steel, which was easier to use from a construction standpoint. But again, this basement was designed primarily for service, for the furnace and hot water heater and what have you. It wasn't really meant to be a living space at the time, back when it was designed. And again, you'll see these a lot. I'm sure I've shown some of them. This is underneath the front porch. And it's a canning cellar. So when you used to can your own food, you'd keep it stored in here. I don't know how well that worked, but that's what they were called, what they were used for. Some people think they're coal stores, but the coal usually went into a different part of the basement. Coming back up to the living room, I'll end the tour. Thank you very much for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.